Afternoon, Dr. Krogan. This is my comparison report on mowers for new homeowners. And for my professional group, since mowers are everybody's use, and especially for new homeowners, I have some of my wife's friends here that will be considered my professional group. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
I am Bobby Woolley, and I'm a second grade teacher.
I'm Brianna Sepulveda, and I'm a third grade teacher.
Megan Evans, extra tech.
Okay, so today I will be going over 3 different types of zero-turn mowers, or just mowers in general, that the new homeowner should have to help maintain and keep up their property. Not only for appearances and property value, but it also helps with other small things around the house. Now, the 3 brands that we're going to be comparing today are the Bad Boy ZT Elite, the John Deere Z-Track, and the Kubota Commander. Now, each 3 of these mowers offer several different features and have several different benefits. And the criteria that we'll be evaluating these on are the price, the deck quality, the attachments, the durability, and the maintenance. Now, each one of these criteria meets a different aspect of each mower. Now, first that will affect everybody, and the thing that everybody cares about is the price. Now, right off the bat, you will notice that the Bad Boy mower is the cheapest at just under $5,000. However, cheapest is not always the best deal. In the middle, you have the John Deere Z-Track coming in just at $6,300. And at the top, you have the Kubota Commander at $6,350. Now, when it comes to price, everybody wants to get the best deal, but at the same time, nobody wants to waste their money. So, when evaluating these mowers, we went through the criteria to figure out what was the best bang for our buck. After we look at the deck quality of all 3 mowers, we noticed that the Kubota has the thickest deck with 10-gauge thick metal. This is great because when you're out mowing in your yard and you hit the unexpected, you need that deck to be able to withstand something that's going to have a hard impact. When you're running over stumps and logs and the occasional trash that people leave in your yard, especially living next to the highway as I do, there's no telling what you're bound to hit. So you need something sturdy. Now the Kubota has the best deck with 10-gauge thick steel, and then the Bad Boy has the worst with 7. And the John Deere on this one is in the middle at 9. Now the John Deere will hold its own with the deck thickness, and it does actually have a deeper deck, which is good for mowing thicker grass if you happen to skip a week or 2. But overall, in the deck quality, your Kubota is going to be your best durable-wise. Now attachments, because not only do you have to mow your grass, you have several other things you have to do as far as yard maintenance. And all of these mowers offer several different attachments. But the thing with these newer mowers is they're starting to get heavier and heavier. And one thing you have to look at is the weight necessarily of these attachments and the price. They're also expensive. But one thing that every homeowner is going to have is a grass catcher. The grass catcher that is the best deal on this is for the Kubota, although it's not necessarily the cheapest. The cheapest is actually on the John Deere at $700, and the Kubota is just over it at $760. And the Bad Boy is the most expensive at just under $1,600. But as far as weight and durability, your Kubota is still your best bet. Alright, next we have the durability overall of the mower. Now with this, you can't just necessarily talk to the salesman because they're going to have a biased opinion. If you go to any particular store, they're going to tell you, well, John Deere is the best because he sells John Deere. They're going to tell you Bad Boy is the best because they sell it. They'll tell you Kubota is the best because they sell it. Luckily, we're fortunate enough to have a dealer in town that sells Bad Boys and Kubotas, so they don't have a biased opinion because either way they sell you a mower. And if you have somebody in your hometown that does this, this is the kind of person you want to talk to. So I called up at Patrick Miller, which is our local dealer here, and talked to the salesman, Chad, who I've actually talked to several times before. And after selling both of them for several years, he still recommends the Kubota hands down just because of its durability and its all-around responsiveness. It's a better mower, it's better put together. His exact words were, it is a better put together mower and it has a nicer seat because you are on these things for hours at a time. It's nice to be comfortable. Also, after talking to several lawn service companies, they all recommend that in a long-term run that the Kubota is the best because it has the best overall endurance. Lastly, you have maintenance, because some new homeowners have never been around yard equipment and don't know too much about it. So when it comes to maintenance, you want something easy and efficient to do so your product lasts forever. All these mowers are on the same playing field in this aspect. All of them have easy removable decks for deck sharpening blade sharpening and deck maintenance, and all the elements are very visible and easy to reach for greasing so your motor stays running fine. After reviewing all of these and talking to several different people, my final recommendation to anybody would be to buy a Kubota. Your deck is thicker, your durability is better, and overall maintenance is just easy. It is the most expensive one out of these three brands compared, but it is the one that will last you the longest. So, when you're looking at it, 10 years down the road, there's people who have Kubotas that are 20 years old and still run fine. So at the end of the day, you want the best bang for your buck, and you want your money to last. So if it costs you an extra $2,000 right now, it's going to save you money in the long run. Thank you, Dr. Kroger, and this has been my comparison report.